My name is Matt Anthony, and my company is Start GTM Services.
Matt, thanks so much for being here today.
Thanks for having me.
So great, so exciting. I've got one question for you, and just one question only.
All right.
And that is, what is your approach to founder-led content, and how does it help founder-led sales?
Oh, so it's a tricky question, I see.
Yes, yep.
So I think this is a big challenge with founders a lot of the time. I work specifically with early stage founders and usually with technical solutions selling to a technical audience. So not to dive into any stereotypes, but a lot of very technical people who aren't necessarily feeling verbally strong. But the fact is that they're deep minds of great knowledge and expertise. And there are a lot of environments where they're really comfortable showing that off. And then anything related to sales where there tends to be a challenge, right? So again, not to stereotype. And the fact is that I think if you can plug into those places that they're generating that content and then leverage that, then I think you can have great success. I had a founder recently who has been very reluctant to write anything or create anything. But when there was a cyber attack that happened, he wrote a great explanation to his own internal team. And I said, well, what if you sent that to your customers? And he said, yeah, that might work. And I said, well, what if we then posted on social that you just offered to your customers and it might be helpful to the outside world as well? So finding that path to take things they're comfortable with and expertise in and get it out there, I think is the trick.
Yeah. So how do you think people can find that path? Because I know a lot of people, when they're trying to come up with content, struggle with inspiration. How do you think that works?
So AI has helped a lot. I've found a lot of founders, they actually do have things they want to say, but they've been reluctant to put an idea out there until they felt like it had matured. And AI makes a great person for them to have that conversation with until they get comfortable enough sharing it with the rest of the world. So I think that helps. Then the other thing is, do you do speaking events? Do you have community groups that you're part of with, people that have your same expertise? So trying to find those things that they're doing. And sometimes it's actually, doing things like taking a transcript of a call you have with them and turning it into a piece of content and saying, what would you think about putting something like this out?
Yeah, that's awesome. What does that look like for you in your own walk?
So it's one of those jobs that you're always doing, but you can't really look like you're doing it, right? So again, if I go back to the example from the cyber founder, he was just putting that out for the benefit of his employees. And it was for me to identify that and say, here's a way we could reframe that. And, that seemed to work.
Yeah, it's awesome. Thank you so much for being here today.
Absolutely.
That's all I got
Thanks
for
having me.
Yeah.
All right, great.
Yeah, awesome. Thank you, Matt.
All right.